All right, welcome to the Bean Apple Halftime Show. Giants and Buccaneers. I am waiting for my counterparts to arrive, but don't want to waste too much time as we wait for the second half to start of this exciting Giants Tampa Bay game, which I don't think anybody saw coming. 14-6 at halftime. I didn't see it coming. I'll tell you that for sure. What a absolute shocker, to say the least, right? Daniel Jones looking extremely competent. 11 for 17, 100 yards. Still, man, killer in when he gets close to the red zone. That sack. This game right now could be 21-6, and well in the way to victory right now. But you can't give Tom Brady freebies like this. And I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as this game plays out, right? But we all know what Tom Brady does in the second half of games, and especially the fourth quarter, and not having that 21 points on the board could be something that comes back and haunts them. But the Giants are looking good. They're in their throwbacks, and they're looking like they've got some. They got Brady's number still, so I'm excited. I'm very excited to watch the second half of this game. Loving the Wayne Gallman. I hope he gets even more involved. 7 carries, 31 yards, and a touchdown. So he's looking pretty good carrying the ball. Hopefully they give him more. Slayton 3 for 33. That's good to see. He needs to get much more involved. And little Scotty Miller on the Tampa Bay side. We were talking about him coming into the year, and he's quietly putting up numbers. Leading receiver right now for Tampa Bay. Surprisingly, Leonard Fournette, 4 carries, 18 yards, out touching Ronald Jones. Did not see that one coming. They had that brutal fumble, which is probably why we're not seeing him in the game, right? Because Ronald Jones likes to fumble, and now he's going to be watching probably for the rest of the game. So that hurts me from a fantasy perspective, because we started him in our DraftKings lineup this week, or in this doubleheader for the Sunday night, Monday night game. So that hurts. He was a big play in that one, so that lost fumble, which I don't necessarily agree with that being a lost fumble. He had the ball for a split second, and they considered him lifting his knee to be a hey,
Hey,
what's up, man? Hey, he made it. Good.
what do you mean
I
I
went
made
ahead.
it? It's giant
I went ahead and
football
got.
we're talking about, isn't it?
It's good that you made it. I went ahead and got started because halftime is not very long, so I wanted to get you in doing a recap of where we were at. So we're 3 minutes into the show, so glad you're here. Hopefully John joins us, but just recapping the stats. Who was hot on that side, talking about Tampa and that fumble for Jones there, massive fumble.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I mean, luckily he was quick to get off his knees,
Yeah,
right?
barely,
For
barely.
yeah, I mean, hey, Blake was right there on the job, right? Knocked the ball out, and the ball got kicked, and Giants were able to recover. I mean, it's just incredible. It was great first half to watch. I mean, exactly what I expected, and exactly what I expected with John not to be here, right? So here we go again. When Cam goes down, we can't find him. Here he comes. I predicted this in the preseason, and John, you out there? Let me see. No, he's not answering that either. And we had a caller the other day that told me I was out of my mind, but okay. This is how the Giants play, right? This is smash mouth. This is run the ball, move the sticks. I mean, usually you play down to your opponent, but you got to play up to your opponent too, right? I mean, this defense has been great, and the Giants line has been able to push them back. And we've been picking up first downs with Gallman, with Alfred Morris, with, Jones had a 7 or 8 yard run around the side there. And yeah, I mean, for a Giants fan, this is the Super Bowl right now, right? This is great, and this is what you want to see. The team showing up to play at home under the bright lights.
Yep, that's what I was saying. They look good.
Hell yeah, they do. Now everyone else could see what I've been seeing.
Yeah, they look good in those throwbacks.
Yes, I do like those old jerseys, right? The old Bavaro, Phil Simms jerseys. Yeah, that's great stuff.
Yeah, you don't realize the little things that you miss, and then they come out in these, and you're like, all right, like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
we're gonna,
you look at the first half. So I don't know what you recap. So sorry if I repeat anything, but I mean, the Giants, in the 4 drives, right? So 8 plays, they punt, they come out again. 3 plays were on that short field for the fumble, and they punch in the touchdown. Then they go 12 plays, 55 yards, and they unfortunately punt. And then another 10 plays, 77 yards, and Gallman punches it in. I mean, so they've been having long drives and being able to, it's not 3 and outs, right? I'm sure there'll be some halftime adjustments now. But the Giants have been playing football, right? I mean, this is what it's about. Old school. Let's just hit him back, push him back. I know JPP is on the other side of the line and was running his mouth about, I'm here to destroy my old team. But
that's right.
I haven't seen him do anything yet, and I don't want to poke a sleeping bear, but
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and Thomas has looked good on the O line. He's been getting pushed around
Mm-hmm.
a lot in the early goings, but he's holding his own, and he's opening up some holes there for Gallman, and he's looking like that
Mm-hmm.
what you want from a number 1 draft pick and a left tackle. So really good. That offensive line is pushing around one of the top defensive lines in football to open this game up, and it's impressive. But like I was saying before you came on, Jones taking that sack and knocking them out of field goal range and potentially out of the red zone on that 3rd and 7. That's his continuous trend. When he gets close to the red zone, he starts getting the shakes or something,
Mm-hmm.
and starts falling apart. And right now, when you're going up against this offense against Tom Brady, and it could be 21-6 right now,
Yeah.
that could
Yeah.
come back to haunt this team in the second half. They've got a lead and they've looked dominant, but a 21-6 lead at halftime would make you feel a whole lot better,
Right.
right now. So
Right. And I mean, I get it, right? I mean, like I said before, he's a legend. They have a great team. They have a ton of weapons on the offense. They have, a great defense. So I'm sure they're going to make some halftime adjustments. And the second half will not look like the first half. It's just a matter of staying with them now, right? Just stay
yeah,
toe to toe. Don't make mistakes. Don't blow it
mm-hmm.
yourself. If you're going to get beat, but don't beat yourself.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, and don't change anything. Like they had
That's
when
better.
Brady got that ball back on that last drive, it was 3rd and 7, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and they rushed 3 and gave him the whole friggin' the whole. How do people not know? Tom Brady's been playing in this league for 20 years. You cannot rush 3 and just let him sit back there.
That's right.
And they gave him that first down. They let them go down the field, which it's just stupid. It's that we talked about, that prevent defense prevents you from winning the game. It does. You should have brought pressure on him. You should have pushed him, and
right. But all they got was a field goal, right? So it was a win, right? It was a victory because they let him dink and dunk underneath. They didn't let anybody go get past him. And I'll tell you, so Jones missed some passes. He had a couple of questionable balls. It is windy here too. So I mean, the wind could be playing with the ball a little bit, just like yesterday's game. I don't know if you saw the Cleveland game was really windy. Buffalo, New England was really windy. Wentz against Dallas last night, the ball was tailing off. I mean, there were heavy winds all over the place. So there's been gusts up here today, and I don't know how much of a factor it's been because Brady had a couple of open receivers, nobody around him. A couple of great defensive plays too. Bradbury got his hand in and knocked down a ball. Jabril Peppers knocked the ball down over the middle, and then he's just missed a couple of guys, the overthrowing and just a little bit rushed, a little bit kind of out of sorts. But he's playing the Giants, and that's what happens. Right, so he knows this is a nightmare for him.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at who the Giants have been, and right now they have a 71% win probability going into the second half. First downs, 15 for the Giants, 10 for Tampa Bay. They're toe-to-toe total yards, 170 total yards for Giants, 167 total yards for Tampa Bay, and the one Tampa Bay turnover is huge. So, So the Giants have got to keep that defensive pressure up, and they've got to win on the offensive line and keep driving that ball. So looking behind me, it looks like the second half is starting.
Giants get the ball to start the second half too.
Yep. So
because unlike the Jets, they defer.
Yeah, they don't defer. Yeah. It's disgusting. So,
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to the second half here. And like I said, the key is staying with them. Don't make mistakes. Stay with them. Do what they do, and squeak out a victory.
There's no reason why. If they can continue to control the offensive line here, let Gallman keep running, pull off 6-7 yard runs. That one was only for 2, which isn't the greatest. It's not the way you want to come out and start, but let Jones work it short. Let Gallman go to work, and it should be a pretty dominant second half.
Garrett did a couple of tricks. I mean, I don't know if you saw that pass to Golden Tate.
Interception.
Who?
Jones.
Oh, come on. See, I got to watch the game. I can't be on here.
All right.
But they played a Golden Tate where he threw it, and Tate hung in there to throw it across to Gallman and got slammed. I mean, he just stood there like he was posing for the Heisman, and then threw the ball across and got leveled. And and that was a nice pickup. But yeah, they're trying to throw some trick plays or whatever. But I got to go see what happened here. So let me go watch the second half of the game, and we'll see what happens.
Yep. And best of luck to the Giants to try and hold on and continue their dominance over Tom Brady. We'll see what happens in the second half. So not a good start, but we'll see. And we'll catch you later. Enjoy the game.
Okay.